Risking it all, to be honest. I knew that I was down, and I knew that it was not enough for pole coming into the last sector. So I clipped a few barriers, trying to move the barrier away. But yeah, I have to say turn 15 worked with me this time. It has been a bit unlucky for me in the past, but today it was good. Yeah, of course, extremely happy to be on pole here.
It was close, but nevertheless, I think the first row of the grid here in Monaco, it feels amazing. We came here with some concerns about our performance on Saturdays. We've been facing some problems to put heat on the tires. We are very good on Sundays, but not so good on qualifying. And Monaco is all about qualifying. So we wanted to make sure that we start in a good position and we start in the first row. So we have to be happy. But yeah, half a 10 from pole position obviously is quite close. But we gave it all, and that's the most important thing.
It's a huge amount of work, to get to that moment. And very pleased to have built the weekend the way we did. We had a tricky car to drive in Q1, but we knew the track was going to improve. We knew the pace was going to get better, and finally to let it all go in the last lap, it felt great. I had a very very big shunt with the wall in that lap, but it made me gain some time. So happy days. The car was solid enough, and we made it run.
Disappointed because the form and the pace has been there all weekend. Even after the little mistake yesterday, I recovered a lot of the confidence, and I was very strong, looking forward to put together some strong laps. Unfortunately, we found 3 cars on that last lap of Q3. We're taking everywhere, getting very distracted with the traffic. A lot of dirty air in turn 3, 4, 6, 7, the last sector. Yeah, we were probably not in the right spot at the right time. But at least the pace is there, and we know that tomorrow if we have some clean air, we can go forward.
Oh man, it was so tough, man. This car is a son of a gun, I tell you. I was pushing so hard to get ultimately overdriving. And when you're overdriving, it's the worst place to be because the car doesn't do what you want. But if I drive the car to its limit, we might not get into the top 10. So yeah, just living on that edge of just being over the limit the whole time. So I'm touching the barriers, and also I had to make some changes to try and pick up the middle sector because the middle sector was our biggest loss. Picked up the middle sector, but the first and last were worse. And so, yeah, ultimately I think our aero balance needs working on. But the upgrades were good this weekend, so I'm grateful for those.
I'm never satisfied with anything other than first, so I'm a bit disappointed, but it's life. It's the best we could do, so we need to take some positive out of it.
Now, I think you've just come back from the stewards. What did they have to say?
Well, they listen more than say, so for now I'm waiting the verdict on whether they think I've done the best possible job to get out of the way. Let's see.
Do you think you did?
I definitely did my best once I got the info. But yeah, again, I don't want to say one thing or another. At the end, they will take the decision.
I would say for the team, it was a great session, a great step forward compared to Miami. P4 and P7 is definitely a positive result. Obviously, on my side, a bit frustrated with the Q3, but feel like we could have done things better. But we'll work from there, and objectively, it was a positive qualifying for the whole team.
Pretty disappointed, to be honest, because Q1 and Q2 was looking strong. We were out of, let's say, the midfield teams, and Lewis, I was the only one to have 2 sets of tyres, which was an advantage, but it just didn't come to me in Q3. Probably overdrove a little bit, and it just went away from me. So that was disappointing. I think if we absolutely nailed it, as you said, row 2, row 3 was definitely possible, maybe somewhere row 2. But to end up, let's say, 3 tenths behind that, when the potential was there, is frustrating. So our whole man's up for that.
First of all, we didn't expect going through Q3. So considering that team did a very good job giving me such an amazing car, and super enjoyed it. First time going through Q3 in Monaco. So. Yeah, it definitely was special.
And you're in great shape for tomorrow to kind of carry on that really good run of form you've had recently.
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow's tomorrow, and I give my everything, like always. And hopefully, I will try to maximize the opportunity as much as possible.
I don't think we were that quick. Maybe P8 would have been possible today.
Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't matter. Like I messed it up. I hit the wall. I did the only thing you shouldn't do around here. So no, it's all on me. Honestly, the team did a great job. They did their part, and I didn't do my part today. So frustrating once again to just miss out and just not be satisfied with the quali. So yeah, just frustrated with myself once again. But
yeah, to be honest, I'm quite happy with my performance in quali. I think made a really good step from the free practice session. So yeah, very happy with closing the gap. But yeah, shame to be out of Q3 by such a little amount. But yeah, overall happy.
Obviously, there was a red flag which we didn't quite anticipate. Well, we always know that something like that can happen, but you don't quite make your plan around that. And I guess we weren't quite confident enough we could make it easily to Q2, and the new tires seemed to work well. So we just thought we'll give it a shot. And I think that's the most challenging bit here in Monaco. As you can see, the times were only really coming alive in qualifying, so you constantly need to chip away and improve with the changing conditions. And I think as a team we did well there.
We needed all the help we could get because we were on the back foot this weekend. We made a lot of setup changes before P3 in quali. I don't think I've ever really done that at our team before, and it worked. It worked out really well. We were obviously, when you do a big setup change, you need to do a few more laps just to get the rhythm and understand the car a little bit differently. It meant we only had one set for Q2, as you said. But honestly, I was still very proud. You know, we definitely were coming into this quali session expecting to be scrambling, and we did it.
Yeah, I was just not really feeling great in the car. So bad tire prep and a lot of things just kind of went wrong. So. Got to look into it.
Was that the feeling through quali? Because in FP3 it looked alright.
Yeah, it was definitely the feeling through quali.
We just tried to leave it late for the best track condition, but unfortunately in the last run I had a bit of traffic towards the end of the lap, so we can't afford that. You know, it's so fine margins that 1 or 2 tenths you're in or out. So, but at least positive thing is the feeling with the car has been a bit better so far this weekend, and I really believe we should have had a chance to be in top 10.
It's been a good weekend so far. I feel like I've been driving well. We had the car in a good window. Loved every lap around here, to be honest. Really happy with the qualifying as a whole. I feel like I drove well, and I was really happy with my lap. Obviously, it wasn't enough. Alex was really, really good. So have to see what he did. But as a whole on the weekend, I feel really happy with where I've been and what we've done so far.
I don't want to put it all down to that, but I do think, you know, in hindsight we should have gone out earlier and got 3 laps. It's always, you know, you carry more fuel and you're thinking about the trade-off between getting another lap to improve your own driving and lap time, and then the cost in lap time of carrying all that fuel. But in hindsight, probably we should have done 3 laps. But still, I think we're slightly surprised to be this far off after all the practice sessions. We felt like we were closer.
Basically, we had the choice or the option between, you know, 2 runs from the red flag, which would have meant 3 new tires, or just as planned, you know, 2 runs of fast or fast. We opted for the later, thinking that would be enough. I think other people they went out immediately after the track was green again, but they stayed out. But for us, the tire is really only the best in the first lap, and honestly, I also was thinking that we are a bit faster than it turned out in the end, and that we would be into Q2, you know, and we wanted to keep 2 fresh tires. But it all came different. We weren't fast enough.
I really want to see what happens, because it seems like the track is getting better, but not from my side. Like, I actually start to sliding more even when the track is improving. So yeah, it was a bit frustrating because I feel like the first part of the quali we was in a good spot, making progress, but it seems to be like went backwards rather than continue forward. So
yeah, I just lost the rear end quite late into the corner, and this mistake was just very difficult to digest. I mean, I don't know what to say. Just sorry for my team. They don't deserve this, and it just happened. I lost the rear end quite late into the corner, and that basically got me out, and I had nowhere to go.